Alright, so now we are in Shotgun Normal. And in Shotgun Normal, the plays that we like to use are FL middle, inside zone, wide receiver corners, and PA seams. It all I'm pretty sure it just randomly assigns a team. Uh, I have another custom book where it says PA Colt seams. So don't know exactly why or who or what where it gets the name from, but essentially PA seams. So just to get it out of the way, this formation absolutely torches man coverage. FL middle, you guys know how to run this. The base setup is to simply drag or slant the tight end. And then you're just going to chuck it to the X receiver, or not X, the square receiver, or the tight end. Whichever one you really feel like chucking it to, you see that he gets wide open. So, once again, that play is not truly groundbreaking. However, I'm going to show you this, which I'm sure a lot of people do not know. If you, my main setup to this is I curl the running back, and I motion the slot receiver to the left. What that does is it switches the alignment of the two receivers, and most importantly, now triangle, the slot receiver on the left, is going to torch his man on that route. See, easy, huge play. So since most people typically when they run man simply play in the middle of the field, they know it's a well-known play. People know what they need to do. Well, we added our own little wrinkle to this play by doing these two little adjustments. The curl by the running back is going to absolutely torch man coverage, as well as providing us a check down route. And you have the triangle route that will now just absolutely kill his guy. It's 100% consistent. Doesn't matter what that corner is. It's dominant. I don't really know what to say outside of that. If you don't want to curl the running back, say you want that additional read, you could drag the tight end, and then after the tight end passes about the left guard or left tackle, you'll still be able to playmaker the running back. So, say you put him on a slant, you're still going to utilize this concept. And you see, that route still gets open. So it's not like you're losing anything. You essentially just add another route that's going to torch man coverage. You cannot run man coverage against this play, even with the best users, because you can't guard two guys. You can't guard the deep middle of the field as well as a deep sideline on the left. So, pretty much, we use that. This play, I'm just going to curl the running back. Say they've just completely sold out. They're hell-bent on stopping that. Well, now you hit them with the curl playmaker concept, and now they have no chance. This one play alone, this one setup, will force your opponent out of man coverage because there's no way they can adjust to it, not on a consistent level. So you start mixing that in with inside zone, you're looking pretty solid. You start adding the play wide receiver corners. Once again, just going to curl him. And now we're just absolutely flooding the middle of the field. Struggling to get a bit of time here to actually show this, so I am going to go to replay. You see the running back gets that stupid separation on the playmaker. You also see that the slot guy, every single time for the most part, is going to break to the inside and absolutely leave that corner. And then just for good measure, you're going to have C routes. So you see the C routes are open on both sides. So once again, another play that absolutely, for no real apparent reason, just is going to kill man coverage. Now say you want to make everything look the same. Well, you can do that as well. You can simply motion that dude to the outside. Now when you do that, the post route doesn't necessarily get as open. So it is something to pay attention to. Sometimes it will get open. It's just more inconsistent. But with that being said, the corner route on the left is more consistent. So, as you'll see here, well, that time he ran into him, but he tends to leave him in a lot of situations. So, moving along though, those plays are predominantly used to beat zone or beat man. If my opponent's mixing it up, I don't know what he's in, I will simply drag the tight end. That just gives me that extra check down to just chuck the drag. And then PA seams. Now, PA seams is what we use to not only kill zone, but also do a decent job against man. So, as you'll see, the play is going to get pretty unique. And that's because the play action actually turns into a curl, as you'll see. As you see on the play art, it's a quick little fake play action. So you just simply do that, and then you can playmaker them whichever direction you want. One thing that I like to do when running this, if for whatever reason, say I can't, I don't know, just for instance, say, hold on, we'll go ahead and I'll show you. Say we want to playmaker this running back to the right. Well, look at the separation he got right there. So it doesn't work like the normal curl because you can playmaker him to the right kind of on like a corner route, and he's going to just be wide open. He'll get the speed burst both directions. Now, the downside to that is sometimes he may get tackled in the backfield, as he almost did right there. If he does, it's pretty much you just will be playmakering another guy. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go ahead and just block them. Alright, so max protect, block the running back. Now in this case, when we playmaker, it's going to be to that slot guy. So if we are on the wide side of the field, say we're over here. We can essentially playmaker the slot guy to an out route or a corner route, and it's going to be dominant against both man and zone. Something that, as you get used to it and as you get a feel for it, is annoying for sure. So in this case, if we're just playmaker the slot guy to an out route, once again, out routes beat man coverage. So if you get a decent throw, we'd be able to actually see this. But pretty much to dictate who we're going to playmaker is where we're going to move with our quarterback. So in this case, I move slightly to the left. I'm then playmakering the guy to the left. If I was to do it to the right, if I move with my quarterback to the right, that is the guy that I end up playmakering. So move to the right, chuck an easy dot. So this feature is something that I learned from a guy named Mert in our league. He uses this concept and this play in general to just go up and down the field on people. And it's really hard to stop because of the playmaker. If they are in a random zone, you got 4 streaks on the field. So it's going to be difficult to guard all of them, especially if you have any sort of, what am I looking for? Like spec catch guys, aggressive catch guys. So we'll just come out. My dumbass came out and cover 1 or 2 man under. Anyways, back to it. I mean, pretty much the separation that they have, as you see here, I'll be on the running back. I mean, just, it's huge. You're able to playmaker out of this play better than any play in the game. And you're also going to be able to pick up pressure. A lot of people don't have outside heat. So as they do this, running back's going to cut up, motion him to the right. Ideally, you want him to the right. You can motion him left. If you want to playmaker one of the guys to an out route or a corner route, you can do that as well. So in this case, we're going to go to the left. I mean, it's just like I said, it's one of those goofy ass plays that shouldn't work. But the playmaker feature actually allows us to become a really hell of a play. And just for the sake of it, I'm just going to come out in it. Come out in quarter, cover 3 drop. So you see, like, just the separation is what I was referring to of the streaks. The tight end on that, kind of like an angled to the right. No deep safety is going to be able to play that in the slot on the left. So you'll see right here, um, if you get a decent throw, that's an easy completion. Then as that guy passes, you would be able to chuck it there. So, I mean, you got easy throws. The only other thing that you can do out of this play is if they're in zone, put a guy on an out route and chuck it high. So just let the play action run. So you still want to cancel the play action like normal. But you'll want to put the guy on the outside on an out route from time to time because, like, for instance, this time, just, I chucked it to the wrong side. So if I'm on the right hash mark, I want to do it to the left. You're just going to pass lead up. You'll see that you'll pick up, what was that, 8, 9, 10 yards. It's just simple out route. Let the playmaker run, chuck it, and that time 12, 13, 14 yards. Obviously, if I'm on the other hash mark, you could simply do the same thing. So, nice little adjustment to use with the play. The only other thing that I would recommend from time to time is doing Zan's flat concept, but it did not work that way. If you have aggressive catchers like that, it's just you could run this play all game long as well with the different playmakers and whatnot. So, pretty much dominant play, dominant formation, just like everything else. Don't forget about the inside zone. You'll be able to truly dominate your opponent with that as well because we have such good passing plays.